America's visiting team, the temporary Titans of Banana Bowl.
What's up?
Alrighty, there we are.
How are you doing?
I'm doing fine and dandy, Isaac. It's a pleasure to meet you.
You too. Thank you for sitting down with me.
Of course, my man, of course.
How's the visitor season going so far?
It's been going swell. It is such a blessing to be down here with such talented ball players. I have zero complaints. Everybody in the Bananas organization is just they're awesome. They're so nice. Everyone's overwhelmingly kind.
Cool. So you guys played 8 games. How many do you have left?
We have three against the Bananas. So we're this week, actually next week, July 10th to the 12th. We're going to be playing the old Savannah Bananas and 3 game set. And I've got some really cool content, really cool ideas that I'm going to be rolling out there.
Cool. How many do you think you'll win out of the next three?
Well, I reckon we're due for at least two. I mean, I don't think anybody was really expecting us to go out there and beat the Party Animals,
Yeah.
as they've had a lot of success this season. They're a talented group of ball players for sure, but I think we get at least two. Who knows?
Yeah, the Party Animals and Bananas are fantastic teams, so for you to beat them is impressive.
No doubt about it.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. We have an interview with Fisher Polydorf. Is that how you say it, by the way?
Polydorov, like
Polydorf, my bad.
yeah, no worries.
Of the
It's a
visitors,
doozy.
thank you for sitting down with me.
Of course, my man. I'm delighted to be here.
Can you please tell me about your role with the visitors so far?
Yeah, so I've been cast as kind of an entertainment player. I've been doing the I'm a knuckleball pitcher first and foremost. I came here to put my knuckleball on display, and it's been dazzling so far. I've had a lot of success with it, and I also do I do a lot of PA and stuff, and I sing pregame at the plazas, and I play all my instruments, and just connecting with the fans has been the most fun part about it. And in Louisville, we had so many cool people come up to us. A lot of visitors fans. I didn't expect a lot of visitors fans, but there were people wearing visitors shirts, and it was refreshing to see.
That's cool. So mentioning you throw a good knuckleball, the knuckleball has kind of gone extinct over the last couple of years. What goes into having a good knuckleball?
A lot goes into having a good knuckleball. It's much more than just fine tuning your fingernails every once in a while. But I started throwing it whenever I was about 8 or 9 years old.
Wow.
I was taught by R.A. Dickey. I was fortunate enough I got to meet him in spring training. My dad worked with him for a little bit, and he taught me the knuckleball. And ever since then, I've been throwing it in summer ball and just progressing. It's a very hard pitch to master, and I think that's why you rarely see it nowadays in professional baseball.
Yeah, Ricky or R.A. Dickey was an awesome knuckleball pitcher. He won a Cy Young with that pitch.
He did. It was amazing. It was the world was baffled whenever Dickey won the Cy Young back in 2012 because no knuckleball pitcher had ever won one, and after that he kind of went back to you know mediocrity in the majors, but that stretch of Dickey's excellence from 2011 to 2013 was just it was pinnacle.
Yeah, for sure. So the visitors, like we mentioned earlier, are only here for 8 games, and you guys help develop other banana ball teams. And you hopefully some of the guys get to go to the other 4 teams. Is there any pressure knowing that these 8 games could decide your future?
There's a little bit of pressure. I think the Bananas do a really good job of taking the pressure off of performance and just making it about being memorable. I've really enjoyed building my brand and being active on social media because everyone here is just they're awesome teammates. They're more than willing to make content, and I feel like the more that you try to put yourself out there and stand out and really be fans first and just dive into the culture here. That's what it's all about.
Cool. So seeing everyone with the camera out at practice making TikToks, Instagrams, does that make you more comfortable to make more content for yourself?
Oh, absolutely. It's a blessing. I remember whenever I was at in junior college, only a couple months ago, I thought to myself that wouldn't it be really cool if I had 25 teammates that would help me make TikToks instead of one or two. and it's very fulfilling to see that come into effect.
Yeah, with a lot more teammates, you have a lot more ideas to create too.
Absolutely.
So how did they decide who made this visitors team this summer?
It was a team assembled by Barry Aldridge, the director of recruiting. He does a lot of stuff for the Bananas. Very awesome guy, and he kind of put together a team of fine ball players, fine entertainers, and it's awesome to see it to see it come full circle with playing games out there, and this is a really competitive team, just full of guys that are just awesome ball players and entertainers. We got guys that are characters and guys that are just really interactive with the fans. It's awesome.
Yeah, there's all sorts of stuff on that team. It's awesome to see.
Absolutely.
If you could pick one of the four teams to join, which team would it be?
That's a good question. I've been loving every single guy in the organization. They're it would be a hard pick, but I could see myself being a tailgater or banana just because I don't think I would it's all about fit. It's all about
Yeah.
where I could get cast as an entertainment player, or some of the new teams too. We don't know what the new teams will be yet, but I don't know. That could be interesting to headline for one of them and get a whole new fan base.
Yeah, that's the thing, because there's some great banana ball players that don't make it onto the team because they're not the right fit for, let's say, the tailgaters who are muscular that hit tanks.
Absolutely.
If you could get one MLB player to join the visitors for a game, who would it be?
Ooh, if I had one MLB player, I was always a big Nick Castellanos fan. I
That's a
love
good answer.
I love the way I love his swing. I love how funny he is in interviews. Um, Also, obviously, a knuckleball pitcher that would be really cool. Just to have and to pick apart their brain and share some knuckleball wisdom. Probably I could see R.A. Dickey coming out to throw some knuckleballs. Who knows? Not as a full time player, but I would have to say Nick Castellanos.
Cool. I can see Nick too, because he's a super nice dude and has that kind of personality.
Absolutely.
With all due respect, the visitors aren't a big team. So, did you guys kind of take that personally and go out and show the fans that we can play just as well as the party animals, the bananas?
Yeah, definitely. It was we're not as the party animals are they're a very complete entity. They have pitching, they have hitting, they got some absolute lumberjacks on that squad that can, hit the ball out of the ballpark. To come in game two and to shock the world and put up a bunch of hits and runs was definitely unexpected for the banana ball world. But we are kind of the underdogs in a sense. The visitors coming in, first ever banana ball games, first time playing in front of 14,000 fans for a lot of guys, including myself. I had never pitched in front of more than 150 before, so it was awesome. I felt right at home.
Cool. So, pitching in front of that many fans, is it nerve-wracking or do they just make you feel comfortable so you can go out and pitch?
It was pretty surreal. At first, the first game, I the entire day of game day, I was I had a very regimented itinerary where I would go sing for pre plaza and sign autographs and having to do a lot of entertainment stuff on the side kind of helped me settle in and just be locked in on what I was trying to do. So going out there in front of 14,000 was a walk in the park, shall we say.
Cool. So, being in the Plaza Party before, did that kind of help you reset and like not think about what's ahead?
Yeah, absolutely. The fans are awesome. They packed out, the stands in Louisville, and from the minute that I did the PA announcements and I announced our lineup for the visitors in my old timey accent, like batting first for the visitors, and number 10, Peyton Chatagnier. I love being in character and playing old Knuckles because it's a lot easier to be in character.
Yeah,
It's very fun for me.
you do it really well.
Thank you.
You're
Much
welcome.
obliged.
So, in a Plaza Party, how many signatures do you think you sign?
Man, that's a good question. I would say anywhere from maybe 500
Wow.
to 800 over the span of the weekend. A lot of nice kids have come up and asked for a picture, and I'm always delighted to take pictures. They're just awesome people.
That's why you guys are called fans first.
Absolutely.
Does your hand hurt at the end of the weekend?
It yeah, I would say it's kind of just muscle memory signing all those autographs. I've been practicing my autographs since I was a little kid, hoping that one day that I would be able to use it and make an impact. And I was, it's a real treat. I would say more than anything, our feet were killing us because it's a
Yeah.
lot of walking around, a lot of you're always on your feet, always on the go.
Yeah, I do that too in class. I'll like practice my signature on a notebook.
That's what it's all about, man.
Yeah. Some versions are better than others, I will say that.
Amen to that.
So the firefighters and bananas yesterday sold out Fenway Park. Does that make you like more motivated on a day where you feel tired to go out and pitch well, perform well, be fans first? So maybe you can be playing in Fenway one day?
Oh my gosh, it's amazing. I'm a Red Sox fan myself, so seeing them out there in Fenway Park was absolutely unbelievable. I can definitely envision myself on that mound, probably paying a little tribute to Tim Wakefield, one of the best knuckleballers who ever lived, with the Red Sox. And so being on that same mound as so many different, MLB legends would be absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah, dude, you would represent Tim Wakefield well with that knuckleball
I would hope so. I think I would definitely do a little impression of his windup
windup.
and
Yeah.
whatnot. There's some guys in the minor leagues that are coming up with the knuckleball and trying to bring it back to the game.
Yeah, because it's such a weird pitch that hitters aren't used to. If you master it, you'll have a good career.
Absolutely.
So, in the Plaza Party, like we talked about a second ago, you sign a lot of items. What has been the weirdest thing you've been asked to sign?
Probably a hand. I remember some fans coming up with signed hands with 10 to 15 signatures. I also
How?
signed a stinky boot. I signed I signed a couple tennis shoes.
Wow,
But anything that the fans give me, I'm willing to sign.
that's cool. How long did you have to prepare for your first game?
I had we got here in Savannah about I want to say 4 weeks ago.
So, about a
Um,
month.
yeah, about a month to prepare. A lot of inter squads, some rehearsals and practices. But to us, it's the game that we've always been playing with some new rules and expectations of performing on the field. Being a showman rather than just a sportsman.
Cool. Yeah, for only having a month to prepare, you guys are doing awesome.
Absolutely, thank you, my man.
You're
We're
welcome.
loving it.
So, it's a little tough as a pitcher, but what is your favorite trick play to do?
My favorite trick plays. I also play second base, and I'm kind of like a specialty hitter because I go up there and I try to imitate Babe Ruth, and
Yeah.
I do a whole comedic skit routine. But I would say my favorite trick play at second base would be behind. I field it beneath the legs, flip it up, 360 catch and throw. That's one of my favorites. And also use the old glove too, so it gets a little different. It's a little difficult too with that old 1950s mitt that I have. I actually have one right here that I'm about to relace.
Dude, that thing's
It's
sick.
it's very tiny and it hurts a lot whenever you catch like a 90-mile-an-hour line drive with it.
Yeah, I'm guessing it doesn't have much padding though.
Not at all. You can almost pinch your finger
How?
the the little palm padding right there. It's crazy.
Dude, that's just something I love about Banana Ball. Like you're expressing yourself as an old character using old gloves for trick plays, and now you made a character out of it.
Absolutely. It's been a dream come true. I didn't even know that I didn't have the idea for the vintage character. I thought I was just going to be Fisher Polydorf, the Renaissance man of languages and instruments. But before I went to my tryout in Kansas City, I dressed up as a 1950s ball player, and I've always been good at imitations and impressions. And I figured, well, why not talk in a transatlantic accent like this, and play a whole skit. And hopskidoo, razzmatazz, and whoop-de-doo, I was in Banana Land.
So cool. So on top of the old myth, how did you decide to do that trick play?
I'd been training a little bit to do some trick plays and I'd been throwing my knuckleball a lot in practice at Weatherford where I went to college. And I started studying Ryan Cox, the glove magician. I love what Sunshine Looters does with his trick plays. And there's a lot to learn from out there, especially on social media. But whenever I got here, man, everybody was just so nice and they're very eager to teach and everyone here is just they're willing to give away their secrets because there's only so much you can do with trick plays.
Yeah. Trick plays are so difficult too. I've tried a couple.
Oh my gosh, they are.
Yeah. So obviously you're new to Banana Bowl. Did you ask any of the other guys on the four teams to expect?
Yeah, they've been really supportive, and everyone talks about the ins and outs of banana ball in the locker room, and there's a lot of guys that have shown me the ropes, and I'll be forever grateful that those guys are my coworkers and the guys that I can learn from. I haven't met a single bad apple here in banana ball. Everyone here is just they're great people. They kind of taken me under their wing. They really dig the old Knuckles character.
That's so cool. Has there been one specific guy you come up to, or has it kind of been a bunch of guys that have taught you?
There's been a lot. I would say one of the guys that I've kind of picked his brain the most. I love the tailgaters. I love Sunshine Looters. I started learning how to ride the unicycle back
Really?
when I was training. I did. I was training to be a banana ball player, and I was riding the unicycle. I was getting okay at it. Fell off a lot of times, more than I'd like to admit. And then I saw Sunshine signed with the Tailgaters, and I was like, okay, well, this guy can get a base hit on the unicycle. I'm going to let him do his thing. So I put my unicycle up in the garage. And whenever I got to meet him here in Banana Land, me and him talked for about an hour and a half, and just
Wow.
such a great guy, very very incredible ball player, great entertainer.
Yeah, I had him on a couple weeks ago. He's incredible. He hits on a unicycle. He can play defense, pitches, and he's also like one of the best people you'll meet.
Oh my gosh, he's amazing.
Yeah. Who has been the best hitter you faced so far as a pitcher?
Definitely Jake Skoll. I faced him. It was kind of surreal being my first at bat. My first pitch
Wow.
in banana ball was to first round draft pick. But super nice guy. Really unassuming because the party animals are the villains of the banana ball. But they're all just a bunch of really great guys and great ball players too.
Yeah. So I hear the name Jake Skull a lot when I ask pitchers this. What is it that makes him so tough?
I think it's his aura. I think I think being a draft pick, drafted ahead of Christian Yelich, really good success. He's had a lot of success in banana ball, has a lot of accolades. So that definitely attributes to it.
Yeah, dude, he's incredible because he hits homers like crazy, and then he'll draw a walk, and when he gets on base, he's fast, so you have to think about that.
Oh yeah, I walked him at a little bit of a questionable call, um, but then he stole second on me, and I was like, man, this guy, yeah, he can play
Yeah, he has the complete package.
absolutely.
Later on, did you ask Vincent about that call, or did you just leave it?
I just left it. One of the second home plate umpire came up to me, and on night two, and I threw some dazzling knuckleballs. He said it was one of the hardest pitches um, to track that he's ever seen in professional baseball in his 20-year career. So that was definitely it was a little pat on the back moment. It's a tough pitch for umpires to call
It moves like
because
crazy.
oh my gosh, I don't even know where it's going. It's unpredictable.
Yeah, that has to be such like a compliment booster if a 20-year-old or a guy that's been umpiring for 20 years says it's the best pitch he's ever seen.
Yeah, no doubt.
How many unread text messages do you have?
I would say I keep pretty good track of my text messages. I hate leaving people on delivered, so not a lot. I think I've probably got two in the span of this interview. But yeah, I I'm very organized with my stuff, and especially social media. I love connecting with people and talking with people.
Yeah, I can tell just off this because some people take a little while to respond, and you were right on top of everything, so I appreciate that.
Of course, my man.
Yeah, it's tough too though, because like you'll get messages at the wrong times and you can't respond then.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you could make a new Banana Ball team, first of all, what would you name it?
I think I would probably name it. I think I would have an old timey team full of full of rapscallions and jazz cats that come from the 1900s and use old
Yeah.
gloves. Um, I don't know. I haven't really thought of a team name, but they would all be wearing old uniforms, probably 1930 looking uniforms. And I would probably I'd have to put on a clinic of how to bat and throw like the greats like Christy Mathewson, Walter Johnson, and how to hit like Ty Cobb and Hannes Wagner.
Ooh, Ty Cobb is amazing, dude.
Great ball player. 4,198 hits, I think.
And on top of that, so many steals.
Oh my gosh, yeah, he was fast. Him and Hannes Wagner really ruled the
Yeah.
game. They call him the Flying Dutchman and the Georgia Peach.
Yup, that era of baseball was so good.
It's awesome. I love baseball history. I'm a historian of sorts myself.
That's so cool. So if you could trade for any three people to join that are currently in Banana Ball to join your team that you created, who would they be?
Ooh, I would have to say I love being around Jimmy Strings, being a music guy myself and a multi instrumentalist. I think I would have to. My three would be some guys that I would join in a band with. So I'd have Jimmy Strings on the drums. I'd probably have Rodrigo from the Tailgaters. He's a really cool guy. Um, and who else? Maybe Trey Jones on the guitar. So I think I would steal three from the Tailgaters and make a band.
That would be cool. Yeah, I didn't think about that till right now, but if you're lucky enough, you would be great on the tailgaters with all your music.
Absolutely, that'd be a dream.
If you could trade for any of the four or any one player on any of the four teams to join the visitors, who would it be?
Ooh, that's a good question. Man, I think I would get a pitcher. Oh, you know who I would get? I would get Matt Wolf from the Firefighters. He's uh he's absolutely just awesome. Someone I look up to for trick pitches and showmanship on the mound. I don't know how he does what he does, but he does it incredibly. Really, really cool guy. Um, One of the most underrated characters in Banana Ball, Matt Wolf.
Yeah, dude, he's incredible how he flips out of this little bin and then like or a barrel and then does trick pitches flipping out of it.
Oh yeah, it's must see television, and that's
Yeah.
what they stress on for pitchers is as soon as someone turns on their TV, you want to do something that no one has ever seen before. He does a great job at that.
Yeah, because the pitchers are in the play like 95% of the time.
Absolutely.
What do you think makes Banana Ball so special?
I think it's definitely the people. Being here for only 4 weeks, I've gotten to see all the front office and staff that really take care of you as a unit, and they make you seen, they make your thoughts heard, and everyone's just they're so good at being personable here. Especially with the fans, not only with the players, but they do such a great job at that.
Yeah, dude, everyone is so warm and nice and welcome and makes you want to express your true self.
Absolutely.
What rule would you add or change in Banana Ball?
Ooh, I think I would have trick pitches count as trick plays before two strikes. So if you get a strike or soft contact or something like that, it would be cool because like I said, pitchers are in the frame for a lot of the game,
Yeah.
and it'd be cool to see more guys do trick pitches and try to land them for strikes.
Yeah, dude, I noticed this that you said before two strikes. Is it a rule after two strikes that it counts?
It is. So if you get the, I think if you get the strikeout on a trick pitch, then it counts as a trick play for your team.
Cool. So this might be a little tough as a pitcher, but I have a rule idea that I wanted to ask you about.
Yeah, yeah.
So on Inside the Park Home Run, what would you think about it's optionary, but they can either go back to the dugout or sprint around the bases again and stay at any base and it counts as a run.
Oh wow, I really like that. That could be interesting, especially for like late in the game. I
Yeah,
mean, an inside the park home run's pretty rare, but it does happen in banana ball, especially with some of the wacky parks like the football stadiums. I remember at the Panthers stadiums, you hit a ball into the left center field gap. It's like playing at Polo Grounds. Like you could
it
just be
really
running for
is.
games.
And MLB The Show, I love Polo Grounds.
Oh, it's the best. I think they're going to revamp Polo Grounds. I think they broke ground on it, and they're bringing it back. So I think they're constructing it. To see the Bananas play in Polo Grounds would be absolutely awesome.
Dude, that would be fantastic. Yeah, Polo's so cool though, because you can hit it far and then it just keeps rolling.
True. Or you can hit it 250 feet and have it be a
Dude,
home run.
yeah. So you wrote the theme song for the visitors. What went into the lyrics and just deciding to do that?
Yeah. So I've always been kind of gifted in making music videos and writing songs. I've already put out 55 songs on all platforms.
Wow.
I kind of built a brand for myself in the music industry a little bit before getting here, and I'm excited to keep on gaining more fans and impacting more people with my songs. And I thought it was only fitting that I use my talents for this team since we only have 6 weeks together. But I wanted to include everybody on the song, so I wrote the song itself. It's about a minute 30 of me singing about the visitors, and then it's about another minute of player introductions. Everybody on the team, including coaches too. There were some pretty funny coach cameos, but it was such a blessing to have everybody work with me on a song and create something that in 70 years all of our grandkids can look back and watch us all and see the camaraderie that we have as a visitors team.
Yeah, dude, I watched your guys' first game when they played that song. You are a lyric genius.
Thank you, my man.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Can you tell the viewers at home your Spotify, please?
Yeah, my Spotify is Fisher Polydorf, just my regular name. If you look up the visitors, I have a lot of diverse genres and songs put out. I'm on a quest in my lifetime to make a song in every single genre.
Wow,
So a lot of different languages. I've made I've made some in Spanish and Portuguese already too. I love speaking Portuguese and Spanish, and singing them is even better.
that's so cool. What's been your favorite song you've wrote?
My favorite song to this day would have to be man. I think I love the country song that I put out 2 summers ago was or no, last summer was I Love My Horse. It's a song, it's a comedic song, a country song about how 20 years ago my ex-wife, who doesn't exist, turned into a horse.
Uh, that's quite the song.
It is, and I was able to shoot a music video riding a horse off into the sunset while lip syncing. It's a spectacle for sure.
That's sick. So let's say you get to pick your own walk-up song. What song would you choose?
I think besides using one of my own songs, I love the song for my character for Old Knuckles. I love the song "Shaboom" by the Chords. That was in Cars, um, and I love "In the Mood" by Glenn Miller, 1920s. You probably recognize it. It's like a jazz swing song. But I feel like walking out as Old Knuckles with some old music is gonna be very cool in the future.
Yeah, dude, jazz music is awesome. I'm in my jazz band for my school, and it's so fun.
No way. What instrument do you play?
I play, well, for jazz band, I play trombone, but then for my regular just band class, I play the tuba.
Nice. That's awesome. I'm not that talented in brass. I've always been a woodwind guy, so I have a lot of respect for brass players because you know being able to manipulate the embouchure and changing what notes you play just from your mouth it's an insane talent.
Thank you, I appreciate that. It's tough, but once you get used to it, It's still hard, but it's a lot easier than it sounds.
No doubt.
But yeah, my whole family's been in music. My dad played the trumpet in college in the marching band. My mom played the clarinet. My brother's on the tuba with me. He'll be in the jazz next year. My sister plays the trumpet. My grandpa played the trombone, and then my grandma plays the piano.
Wow. Man,
Yeah,
you guys should start a family band.
we do. It's not really a family band, but like every year, Christmas Eve, we go around and play Christmas songs as a family, and it's so cool.
Man, that's awesome. That makes me happy to hear. I love singing Christmas carols and especially playing Christmas music. When I last year I released a couple songs on the saxophone, some Kenny G Christmas music.
Yeah, dude, Christmas music is probably my favorite.
No doubt, man. It's awesome.
So mentioning you play instruments, what instruments do you play?
I play the alto, the soprano, and the tenor saxophone. I'm a tenor saxophonist by trade. Um, I play the bagpipes, the accordion, the trumpet, the
Wow,
harmonica, the didgeridoo, the pan flute, the DZ flute, also the regular flute. I forgot that I'm a jazz flautist. That's what I actually went to college for the jazz flute. I was part of jazz studies at Weatherford. Um, and yeah, being a multi instrumentalist is very cool because I can play in a lot of different settings. I have uh, good recognition of notes and I can pick up a tune pretty easily.
that's cool. How did you discover you can play all these? Did you just pick it up?
I started playing saxophone when I was in the sixth grade. But before that, I remember I owned a couple plastic instruments whenever I was a kid, and I just loved to play the plastic saxophone when I was like 7 or 8 years old. And I was fascinated by how you can make music with you know just an instrument. And
Yeah,
I didn't even start singing until I was probably my sophomore year. Um, but yeah, instruments were always a huge part of my life.
yeah, dude, instruments are so cool because you can create notes, rhythms, songs with them, and they're just also a blast to play.
It is. It is.
What is your favorite instrument to play?
I would say definitely the flute because I can pick it up at any time and start playing it. I don't have to assemble it like the saxophone and swab and clean out my reeds and whatnot. So definitely the flute. I love riffing on the jazz flute and it's definitely my favorite instrument.
Cool. So you are a character on the Visitors. You are a musician, a pitcher, and a player from 1959 that represents old baseball, which is super cool. What made you like come up with this idea to represent the old era of baseball?
I knew that there was a hole to be filled in Banana Ball with vintage baseball. There's a lot of stuff that you can play on. How the fact that banana ball is very new and there's a lot of baseball purists out there that haven't come around to banana ball yet. And I was talking with one the other day, and he said, the bananas I haven't come around to yet, but I love the old vintage feel that you bring to the game. And I think that I'll be able to impact a lot more of the older generation that doesn't quite know what Banana Ball is about yet. But no, nevertheless, it's such a cool organization. The game of Banana Ball is fantastic. Um, it's not something that I ever thought would be a possibility whenever I was a kid, but I love it.
So cool. Yeah, the Mickey Mantles, the Hank Aaron's, and the Willie Mays, like all that kind of got lost with Banana Ball and the current superstars in the MLB.
Absolutely.
So representing the old players and kind of forgotten years of baseball, if you could travel back to one moment from the 1950s for MLB, what moment would it be?
I would have to say from the 50s, I would love to see Bobby Thompson's the Giants win the pennant. Whenever Willie Mays was on deck,
Yeah.
1951, um, or 1954, Willie Mays the catch, the over the shoulder catch in Polo Grounds. I would love to see that. I would just love to go to a game at Polo Grounds. I can't wait for
Yeah.
that the new stadium to be built.
Yeah, dude, that catch over the shoulder by Willie Mays was incredible with his back turned to the infield.
Absolutely, one of my favorite moments in MLB history for sure.
Yeah. Would you ever think about going back to the moment where Babe Ruth called his shot at Wrigley Field?
I definitely should. I reckon I ought to hop in the time machine come shortly and document that so we can actually find out if the babe really did call a shot.
Yeah, dude, with like internet and technology nowadays, I would not be surprised if there's a time machine.
Oh, there is. You betcha. It's sitting out there in my front yard. My time machine's a 1957 Chevy Bel Air. Whenever I go up to 88 miles an hour, I'm able to time travel back and pop in and maybe drink an ice cold soda pop and a nice cheeseburger from the diner.
Dude, you do that so well.
Thank you. Much obliged, old sport.
You're welcome. That's all I have for you. Do you have any questions for me?
How did you get into banana ball? What kind of inspired you to start interviewing too? I love how you do like a show for all the players. So what kind of got you into that?
So, how I got into Banana Ball was I've always been a diehard Diamondbacks fan. I still am, but out of the blue, my dad like took me and our whole family to this Banana Ball game that he got tickets in the lottery. It was uh Sloan Park, the Cubs spring training, and
Yeah, yeah.
going into it, I watched a couple of videos and I was questionable, like, is this really how cool it seems with the trick plays and stuff? And then I went to it and I was like, this is fantastic. And I met some of the players in the post game and or in the plaza party, and they were all super nice and super like just cool people. And then I went home with a ton of signatures and pictures, and then I got this idea. I don't know where exactly it came from to just reach out to players and start interviewing them, but I think part of it is my great great grandpa. You'll like this actually. He was the broadcaster for the Cubs Yankees World Series, so I have the broadcasting blood in my bloodline.
I can tell, man. You have very great tonality. One of the things that I always wanted to do growing up was become a broadcaster, play by play. And there's always a place for it because baseball is going to be around for a long time. Banana ball is going to be around for a long time. I think you got what it takes, man. That's very impressive.
Thank you.
Of course.
You can't see it right now because it's on the top of my bookshelves, but I have a picture of my grandpa's truck with the World Series, the Cubs and Yankees lineup. I'll send it to you after this.
That's awesome. Yeah, I'd be pleased as punch to see that, old sport.
Yeah, I'll send that over. Do you have anything else for me?
I think that just about answers. Actually, who's your favorite player that you've ever had to got the chance to interview
So, on and Banana Ball, I'm guessing.
in banana ball?
Oof. So that's actually a good question. So I had he's not really a player. I had Jesse Cole on the other day, which was
Hmm.
fantastic. Um, Jonathan Luders was awesome.
Hmm.
You're up there, and then I'm a huge Coach Rack fan, and I'm interviewing him in a couple weeks.
Nice. That's gonna be awesome.
Yeah,
Coach Rack, that's all great, fantastic people.
yeah,
I'm uh I'm delighted to hear that you interviewed Jesse Cole. That guy is he's a visionary. He's got a lot of thoughts and a lot of just money ideas. That man is a genius.
yeah. He's a mastermind because one time you see a show like the Bananas game, and the next night it's like the same rules but completely different ideas.
Yeah, yeah. It's genius,
Yeah,
no
you got
doubt.
anything
Well,
else?
I think that's about it, man. I've
Well,
I've had I've had a blast, Isaac. You're the man. Thank you so much for having me on the show.
yeah, man, no problem. Thank you for sitting down with me. This was a pleasure.
Of course, old sport.
Have a
I'll
great
uh
rest of your season.
I'll catch you on the flip side.
All right.
America's
Thank
visiting
you.
Alrighty.
team,
Take care, my man.
the
You too.
temporary Titans of Banana Ball, the not so permanent players with pizzazz and razzmatazz. I'd like to present to you all the visitor.